are debt-free now, so I guess you can do things like this. So I'll make sure to report back to the congregation about what happens at a Grace staff event. This is fantastic. It just goes on and on, bit after bit. It's fantastic. Somewhere Dave Gibson is out here saying, the sun never does set on the employee holiday program. But seriously, wow. Speaking of Dave Gibson, it's a true story. I saw this on Facebook. He was deer hunting last month. He was deer hunting. He was up at his stand. He saw 5 deer, never took a shot. Okay, but all 5 deer became Christians that day. And, so if you're ever out in the woods and you see a deer and there's something dangling from its antler, and as you get closer, you realize it's an Evangel cube. Just know that you'll see that deer in heaven someday. You know, I've been coming to this church for a long time, really been blessed by the ministry, so thank you to all of you. I've been sitting kind of under the tutelage of Troy Dobbs for a long time, and it starts to rub off on you a little bit, right? I was praying the other day, and I just said, Lord, whatever you want me to do today, will you help me to do it? Whatever you want me to eat today, will you help me eat? Wherever you want me to exercise today, will you close that door? And if there's a cat, will you help me skin it?
No!
I just realized that, man, he really has had an impact on me. I was kind of having a spiritual conversation with somebody recently, and I kind of immediately went into my Dobbs, you know? I just kind of went, like it's Jesus! like it's Jesus, right? Not Pharaoh, you know, and I saw John Christensen. He's not here to this afternoon. I saw John Christensen in church recently, and I saw that he was praying for a guy. It was a really sweet moment. He was actually laying hands on the guy. The problem is, the minute he laid hands on somebody, they flagged him for holding. He had the whole jersey. Just call it every time. 4 years as an offensive lineman. I saw Travis Armstrong somewhere out here. Travis Armstrong, I don't think he knows this. I just saw on Facebook they're having another baby. So just make sure Travis, somebody tells Travis.
Make sure somebody tells him.
Full quiver.
Full quiver.
Fantastic. I love Bob Coughlin. You know, I'm involved in men's ministry. I love Bob Coughlin. You know, such a great guy. Hey, listen, men. Look, we're getting slaughtered out there. Okay, we're getting slaughtered out there. Okay. I need you to sign up for a small group. Okay, man up. If you're struggling in your faith, we send you to man down. All right, listen, men. I need you to get a T-shirt. The back of the T-shirt says, well, if you believe in what you say, you got the rest. All right, listen, man, now, who's going to Nepal? Okay, who's going to Nepal? Okay? All right, listen now. It's a new rule this year in Nepal, okay? Put your shirts on, keep your shirts on. Nobody wants to see your Nepals, okay? All right, nobody wants to see that, okay? Again, love the ministry here. You know, for this next guy, I gotta do this for this next guy here. Hang on, I see this guy over here. Excuse me, brother. Hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, brother, hey. Hey, just for this next guy here. Hey, brother. Hey, what's your name again, brother?
Brian.
Yeah, you know, just from a member, regular attender, congregation perspective. Look, when we're worshiping, we're all terrified you're gonna come out of the audience and talk to us. So let's just turn the tables real quick. Why don't you share what God is doing in your life and share any habitual sins? Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. That's great. Oh, fantastic. Love the ministry here at church. Some of you have been working at Grace Church for a very, very long time. So long that you go home, you tell your spouse, "Hey, honey, can you make sure you lock door 1?" You've nicknamed the garage door 4. Like, honey, have you seen the kids? Are they across the street or around the world? Now, just quick show of hands. Who here is mostly a Grace Eden Prairie employee? Just a Grace Eden Prairie employee. Okay, most of you probably Eden Prairie-based employees. Boy, talk about the pressure you guys are under. Man, oh man. One disciplinary action, one screw up, they send you to Grace Chaska. No. You're not off the hook at Grace Chaska. One disciplinary action, they send you to Grace Fargo. Okay? A lot of you don't know about that assignment. Okay? Grace Fargo. God doesn't move, he's frozen. Okay? It's a whole other multi-site strategy. Okay? We've been coming to Grace for a long time. Love the ministry here. It gets a little progressive at times. You guys have a bar. It's an omelet bar. But it is fantastic. Love that breakfast, honestly. You guys got to keep promoting the breakfast, even from the pulpit. Even from the pulpit. You know, get out there and say, hey, Folks, hell is real, hell is hot, just like our sizzling bacon. Okay? If you're struggling with your faith, not really sure how to commit, if you're waffling this morning, head on over to the comments. That's fantastic. I really pride myself on Sunday mornings to try to make sure I introduce myself to new people. I really want to make sure new people are feeling welcome into the church. I had an older woman come up to me recently and say, "Excuse me, sir, I'm new." And I said, "Oh, okay, ma'am, well, welcome to Grace Church. How can I help you?" "Well, I've got a few concerns." "Oh, okay, well, what can we do for you?" She said, "Well, when I walked in, I saw a gangster." I said, no, that's Jake Sullivan. He's a wonderful guy. He actually heads up our young adults. He's a wonderful guy. "Okay, all right, I saw a member of a biker gang." I said, "No, that's Troy Hillstrom. He's been here for years. You couldn't hurt a fly. He's a worship tech guy." And this woman said, "Well, when I walked in, I heard some heavy metal music." I said, "Oh, they're actually missionaries, so no longer music."
Yep.
And she said, "Well, I heard in a concert they bit the head off a snake." I said, "Yeah, they probably did that." But it was actually a Genesis 3, strike the heel, crush the head thing. It was a whole illustration. And she said, "Well, I did see a man wearing a very tight t-shirt from Express." I said, "Well, that's Jim Erickson. He's a wonderful guy, community engagement guy, long title. We won't get into it." She said, "Well, I guess I'll watch online." There's a giving tab there too. For those of you who aren't laughing here this afternoon, just so you know, there are 3 ways to give. There are three ways to give a laugh. You can laugh in your seat, you can laugh via text, or you can send a laugh in via grace.church. This is probably my last time ever coming to Grace Church now. So in that spirit, I do have just a few ideas for kind of the church staff. Shouldn't take too long here. Again, just as a layperson, just things I see, these should be kind of slam dunk ideas here. First of all, the singles ministry should probably be called First Impressions. That's a miss right there, kind of in naming. Scott Slaughterhoff. We love Scott Slaughterhoff. He's great in our kids department. He should really be in charge of janitorial, where we call him Mr. Clean. And his associate, of course, is J.R. Stanley Steamer. Now, I think here's just a slam dunk here. Should be an easy project to get up and running. The Sam Houston hot dog cart. The Sam Houston hot dog cart. Best buns in Eden Prairie. Now I'm never coming back to Grace. Yeah. So that's great. How about this? How about I don't know why nobody's ever thought of this, a bingo fundraiser where everybody gets a Troy Dauber. And if you're laughing at that, you have a gambling problem, by the way. I think this is great. Could be just an easy home run of an idea. The Wheel of Fortune fundraiser, where all the proceeds go to support the Next Gen ministry. Can I buy a vowel? Yeah, an E. An E would be nice. Now we have here Missions Week. You guys have all heard of Missions Week, right? But what about Ed Missions Week, where we not only share our sins with one another, but we also let people from Wooddale come and tour our campus to see if they want to transfer. And then I think this idea, just makes more sense. It just makes more sense as we move along here. The Dave Gibson Travel Agency, and I can see it now, right? The Dave Gibson Travel Agency. Want to go to the Caribbean? God needs you in Iraq. I love that debt-free service the other day. I think that was fantastic a couple months ago. The problem is you guys didn't have childcare. And now all the kids in the church think we light things on fire every time in big church. So thanks for setting that standard. Hi, little ones. What did you guys learn at Sunday school? Oh, okay, good. No, we did not light anything on fire in big church. Okay, I'm sorry we set that standard way too high. This has been just a fantastic church to kind of plug into and be involved in. I understand the holidays are kind of a crazy time, right? We know this, the holidays are kind of a crazy time. Anybody traveling, jumping on an airplane, right? Anybody jumping on an airplane? Yeah, we all travel kind of stressed, don't we? We travel stressed. But I love it when I'm sitting with a bunch of strangers in an airplane at 30,000 feet, and I love this when the pilot gets on and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have removed the seatbelt sign." You know what they say next. "You are now free to move about the cabin." Point of clarification. You mean I can I could get out and walk down this aisle to the curtain and back? Okay. All right, wow. You are free to move about the cabin. They still think it's a luxurious experience in the airline, right? I'm not a judgmental person, but when I'm the most judgmental, I'm on an airplane, and I look around and I go, okay, if we go down in a deserted island, and we're on a deserted island, I mean, could we collectively survive? Could this group band together and collectively survive together? And I start kind of getting a little judgmental. I go, okay, here comes a guy with a Carhartt shirt. Okay, he'll build a shelter. Okay, all right. Okay, good. Kind of a doctor, healthcare guy. Jack from Lost. Okay, great.
Yes.
Military guy. Okay, he'll hunt for us. Oh, a hipster. Okay, we'll eat him first. Okay, you know. What is that? What is that? Is that fair trade coffee? That's fantastic. I got some hemp in my teeth. But I get it, right? The holidays, it's travel and it's shopping. Bravo to the women, first of all. The women make Christmas happen, right? I mean, the women, it's the girlfriends, it's the aunts, it's the grandmas, it's the wives. You guys are the ones shopping and decorating and Christmas carding, and you guys make it happen. And baking, and I know you can't do it alone. I know you can't do it alone. I know you husbands understand this. My wife was in the other room the other day. She was wrapping presents, and she said, honey, I need you. And I knew my role. I walked in there, and she said, honey, I need to borrow your finger.
Yes.
I said, okay. And I saved Christmas again that night. But I get it, man. It is kind of a stressful time. There's shopping and there's things to do and there's things to prep. And look, I'm a young dad of some little kids. I'm just trying to inject some sort of meaning, some sort of meaningful, inspiration into the holidays here. A couple weeks ago, we're decorating the house. I pull up the nativity scene, and somehow over the off season, I lost 2 wise men but gained a baby Jesus. And so now I got to explain to the kids that Mary had twins, and they now have to share 1 box of myrrh. So it becomes kind of a sharing story, actually. But then I say, okay, let's try to get together for some sort of family worship. All right, come on, everyone. Rob Reno can do it. He's got 22 kids. All right, come on, everybody, get in here. All right. I'm going to try to do some story. Then I said, all right, dear God. Then my 4-year-old interrupts and says, Daddy, you can't just say God because Jesus will feel left out. Okay, all right. Dear God and Jesus, Lord, teacher of the Trinity, I don't have time. I try to rally the troops. Then I say, all right, hey, let's go upstairs and get the jammies on, and let's do a carol. Let's do a Christmas carol, okay? Let's try to sing some sort of meaningful song. Look, if you start Away in a Manger too low, it becomes a death march, okay? Away in a manger, oh no. No crib for a bed. The kids are having nightmares, okay? If you start Silent Night too high, it's the Vienna Boys Choir. I'm 40, okay? But I get it, right? We're all trying to infuse some sort of meaning into the holidays, and I thank this staff right here for just guiding us in the right way through kind of the chaos of Christmas. It really is so wonderful. There's this old song, and I'll kind of close with this, but there's this old song out there from the 50s, and it's kind of meant something a little bit different to me this year. It's called Mary's Little Boy Child. Have you heard the song Mary's Little Boy Child, right? It actually, it's an old song. It personally offends me. That was my nickname in high school, so that's neither here nor there. But the point is that you guys have heard this song, right? It starts out with, a long time ago in Bethlehem, the Holy Bible says, right? You've heard this. The last line in there kind of meant something extra special to me this season. It said, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. And I just thought, man, that is pretty cool that we, because of what Jesus did, we get a chance to see each other in eternity. And heaven's going to be awesome. And apparently, there are actually 5 deer in heaven right now, exactly. 5 deer in heaven. Hey, you guys have been great. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much.